To extradite the Rana to
The much-awaited India-US trade deal has been finally inked, with US President Donald Trump making the announcement after a phone call with India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In a Truth Social post, Trump claimed that Prime Minister Modi agreed to stop buying Russian oil and to buy much more from the US and Venezuela. PM Modi, in an X post, welcomed the announcement by Trump. According to an analysis in the Newsweek, the recently concluded India-EU Free Trade Agreement, FTA, talks put pressure on the Donald Trump administration. That's what led to the US blinking first and agreeing to a trade deal with India, it claimed. The analysis notes that New Delhi had just wrapped up what Brussels described as a landmark free trade pact. This strengthened India's negotiating hand while raising concerns in the Trump administration about being sidelined. In fact, both India and the EU have termed the FTA a mother of all trade deals. PM Modi had publicly welcomed the India-EU deal only days earlier, calling it a significant advance that opens new pathways for growth, investment, and strategic cooperation. The Newsweek analysis said that the sequencing of events was deliberate. Shortly before the announcement, newly appointed U.S. Ambassador to India Sergio Gore hinted at imminent news with a brief message. President Trump just spoke with Prime Minister Modi. Stay tuned. When the deal followed soon after, diplomats and investors took note. The signal was clear. The recalibration of ties was purposeful and being directed from the highest levels.
Friends, आज भारत ने अपने इतिहास का अब तक का सबसे बड़ा फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट संपन्न किया है। आज 27 तारीख है। ये सुखद संयोग है कि आज ही के दिन यूरोपियन यूनियन के 27 देशों के साथ भारत ये FTA कर रहा है। यह एक ऐतिहासिक समझौता हमारे किसानों, हमारे छोटे उद्योगों, इसके यूरोपियन मार्केट तक पहुंच आसान बनाएगा, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में नए अवसर पैदा करेगा और हमारे सर्विसेज सेक्टर के बीच सहयोग को और प्रबल करेगा।
Prime Minister, distinguished friend, we did it. We delivered the mother of all deals.
As per the analysis, the deal strengthened India's negotiating hand while sparking concerns in Washington about being sidelined. U.S. Ambassador to India Sergio Gore, in an X post, said that Trump spoke to PM Modi. The White House has already made it clear that easing tariffs linked to the objective of curbing Russia's earnings from sales of oil, a view reinforced by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Bessent had claimed that New Delhi's imports of Russian crude oil had collapsed and pointed to the path of easing tariffs.
Influential U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham took a jibe at India after Donald Trump announced his decision to reduce trade tariffs on India from 50 to 18% as part of the trade deal. Well played, President Trump. I think your message about ending this war by having Putin's customers who prop up his war machine have to recalculate is working. Through their behavior, India has more than earned this reduction. I'm hoping that the other big nations that buy Russian will follow India's direction. Putin will only come to the table when the pain is so great. We're not there yet, but but with India's actions, we are moving closer. End the bloodbath in Ukraine now. Graham's remark came after Trump took to Truth Social to announce the tariff relief to India. Trump said, and I quote, "Out of friendship and respect for Prime Minister Modi, and as per his request, effective immediately, we agreed to a trade deal between the United States and India, whereby the United States will charge a reduced reciprocal tariff, lowering it from 25% to 18%. They will likewise move forward to reduce their tariffs and non-tariff barriers against the United States to zero." The Prime Minister also committed to Buy American at a much higher level, in addition to over $500 billion of U.S. energy, technology, agricultural, coal, and many other products. Our amazing relationship with India will be even stronger going forward. Prime Minister Modi and I are two people that get things done, something that cannot be said for most. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Prime Minister Modi confirmed the reduction in tariffs, but did not endorse other details shared by Trump, including zero tariffs on U.S. Modi wrote, and I quote, "Wonderful to speak with my dear friend President Trump today. Delighted that Made in India products will now have a reduced tariff of 18%. Big thanks to President Trump on behalf of the 1.4 billion people of India for this wonderful announcement. When two large economies and the world's largest democracies work together, it benefits our people and unlocks immense opportunities for mutually beneficial cooperation. President Trump's leadership is vital for global peace, stability, and prosperity. India fully supports his efforts for peace. I look forward to working closely with him to take our partnership to unprecedented heights." Last month, Graham claimed that India's ambassador to the U.S., Vinay Quatra, requested him to convey New Delhi's message to Trump for tariff relief. He had also proposed 500% tariffs on Russia's trading partners, including China and India.
So this bill would allow...
And India also is below.
Yes, sir. So he put a 25% tariff on India for buying Russian oil. I was at the Indian ambassador's house about a month ago, and all he wanted to talk about is how they're buying less Russian oil. Would you tell the president to relieve the tariff? This stuff works. So I'm hoping we'll bring the bill up, and it's from 0 to 500. He picks the number, nobody else does. But if you're buying cheap Russian oil, keeping Putin's war machine going, we're trying to give the president the ability to make that a hard choice by tariffs. I really do believe that what he did with India is the chief reason India is now buying substantially less Russian oil.
Trump's tariff announcement comes days after India and the European Union clinched what they dubbed as the mother of all deals. India and the European Union also agreed on a framework agreement for deeper defense and security cooperation and a separate pact aimed at easing mobility for skilled workers and students, signaling their partnership extends beyond commerce.